Oh, that was a fast recording. The negatives of Star Trek Beyond. Let's start with what really glaringly made me leave the theater. The really bad moments of CGI. Like, there's other parts that's wrong in that scene, which I'll get in a moment, but it was just. That's some really bad CGI in the film. Like, you could tell totally that wasn't a ship, a real ship. Even though it's like a sci fi, non exist. Like, it's a ship that doesn't exist, but it didn't even look like it was really real. It was basically a cartoon there. And it didn't impress me like as if it was Japanese anime or something. Like, that opening shot of the ship was really awful. And then let's get onto the next half of that minute where I was really unimpressed. The freaking triple ripoffs. Those are basically freaking cartoons. Like, they they shouldn't even try. They should have just made it a straight up cartoon. And it would have been a lot more easier to, because then it would be a cool style. Like, I didn't know what they were going for. It was just basically a cartoon CGI alien thing. It was like awful and later. And there's just a lot of stuff in the script. The other main problem with the film was the script. Like, it wasn't as nonsense. It wasn't as glaringly bad as the Into Darkness script, which Rob Agger wanted to do a review about, and I'm still wanting to listen. But so far, until he does that review, I still really don't like that script. Beyond is friggin' like. Here's the thing: if you don't think too much about the script and say, "Oh, this is the message behind the film," then it's okay film. But if you look at the real big details behind the film, it's a really awful script. Like, oh, the crew is all about. Let me start off with this. Like, there's certain formulas to the J.J. Abrams Star Trek films. Like, it's sort of as if, like, when J.J. Abrams took over George Lucas' Star Trek, like, it felt like something was missing, and then I think that might have happened as Justin Lin took over, and I don't think it was different enough or good enough that, script-wise, it didn't help. There's so much about the film that's about Spock and Kirk, but there's so much action and other stuff going on in the film, like, that seems like a backstory compared to what it should have been. Like, the whole thing about Star Trek '09 is the characters. Into Darkness, I don't know what that's about, but Star Trek '09 is about the characters. Spock has so much of the plot in the film and is basically, like, the glue of the film, but the glue is sort of like watered down glue or something. Like, he has a lot more plot points than the other characters, and they're interesting and they're executed, but they're so bare bones. And there's also Kirk. Like, his whole thing is that he wants to set up this connection with his dad. Like, he had that drink with Bones, and he's like, "No, it's my birthday." And that itself is a plot hole too. It's his birthday, and he never celebrated with his dad. Like, why does he even care? Like, he never met his dad. Why does he care about his connection to his dad? Because of his legacy or something? And then in the end, his saving of the world is because of his dad. Well, it also could have been because you didn't want people to die, or your friends to die, or you wanted to do something cool. Like, it could have been a lot of other stuff that had to do with his dad. Also, the fact that he's Kirk. Character-wise, it was bad sequel-wise and bad original-wise. Spock and Bones sometimes act out of character and act as if they're parodies of themselves rather than the actual portrayal of characters in the film. Spock 2, or Spock 1, or A Spock, or Spock Prime, or Alternate Reality Spock, or AR Spock. Leonard Nimoy Spock. He's Ambassador Spock now. Wasn't he in some sort of ice planet before? Like, I don't get that. Like, why is he this ambassador now, like he was in the original plotline, timeline? Like, that's weird. It doesn't make sense to me. I may have to rewatch '09 again, but I don't believe it was supposed to. Like, he's Spock, and he's obviously an alternate reality one, but I don't recall him ever leaving that ice planet in the beginning. In Into Darkness, he's in like this little transmission thing where he talks to him. He's like, Khan, he's this bad guy. Like, isn't he still on the ice planet? How did he leave? How did they find him and then save him or something? That was they didn't really get into that, which is very weird. Which I thought was a bit of a plot hole and very. It really didn't tie in the franchise together. Kirk is PG, which could have been a good retcon, but sort of hurt his marketability. And they tried to make it more geek and not macho friendly, but it was still sort of weird. And they still have the thing where they still have other characters who are dating like teenagers and stuff. So I don't see why they didn't have Kirk do that, even though he's like supposedly older than this. And back to the plot holes. They pretend like the crew is a big deal, yet there are so many members dying, and it's basically because of this great, Captain Kirk, because the script told you so. He's all great, but he's really an idiot. Like, you got so many of the crew members killed just because he didn't warp out in time to avoid like the million ships that are going at him. Like, let's blast them. No, you run away. Like, that's freaking dumb. You're the vice admiral, and that's your wonderful suggestion. But no, if that didn't happen, of course the fans are gonna be like, no, if that didn't happen, then the rest of the film wouldn't have happened. Well, then you should have written a bit of script in the first place. No, we protect our crew. They make such a big deal about this friendship and protecting the crew and unity. This is like the Power Rangers, and I'm a Power Rangers fan. I'm like, this is freaking bullshit. Like, oh, we gotta protect all the crew, all the humans and stuff. Sometimes it's not that easy, really. That's some idealistic, like, friggin' bullshit there. There's a lot of red shirts in the film. So many people died in this film, like, and it was basically because of Kirk and all the bad crew member decisions. And then they don't even give these people characters. Like, it'd be, Gundam and old school Star Trek. They would spend a whole hour on just one guy. And I understand it's short, but, like, come on. Like, give them a name at least. Like, I don't even know most of these characters' names. It's good that you have, like, a diverse cast and everything, but, like maybe some of the aliens were interesting because, like, you get to see what their species does. And it's interesting if they show up in the next film, but I don't know. Some of the science felt a little BSy. I don't remember exactly. I wrote it in my notes, but I don't remember. I wonder if this was a joke, actually. The whole thing is that the peace offering peace in the beginning is this whole war thing. And I wonder if there's a bit of irony behind that. But it just came off as very poorly written and stupid to me. Like, it seemed like they were just trying to make some sort of MacGuffin. Like, that thing we put at the beginning of the film? We should make that the MacGuffin for the whole film or something like that. It felt very forced. The distress signal. Why? That's very. I don't know why we send a distress signal to other ships, which don't even show up in the rest of the film, mind you. The distress signal is supposed to save them, but like, how are they going to save them when they can't defeat the other ships that are trying to put down their ship, which is the second best ship in the entire fleet? Like, how are they going to take down that one ship? Probably something else that I forgot. But there was a lot of stuff wrong with the script. And if there's anything I missed, feel free to tell me. Alright, see you later.